What's going on? This is Right Now with JROC and KJ. We're sitting here with Mr. Attorney Sadat Montgomery, a.k.a. the Carwreck
The
Cowboy.
Carwreck Cowboy.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can't complain, man. How y'all doing?
Good, good. So first off, man, I appreciate you taking the time out to sit with us. It's going to be a snippet of what we're going to have, more to come later
Yes.
into the weeks. But real quick, man, we just want to talk about maybe some of the events that you have coming on, and dive in a little bit more to what the Carwreck Cowboy is. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, man. Event wise, we're working on putting a couple projects together. So, really, we're working on a weekly event at the Shark Bar.
Okay.
When I say weekly, it'll be pretty much every Cowboys game. We'll be doing like a Carwreck Cowboy,
Okay.
lit mobile hookah, kind of just game watch party. So that whenever the Cowboys are playing, expect us to be there, Shark Bar in Plano. It's gonna be a nice event. So we'll be doing like giveaways and drink tickets, stuff like that. So it'll be popping. So that's definitely something we have coming up. We're doing Sunday before Labor Day. We're just kind of a sponsorship on an event at Dibs, so day
Dibs.
party
Okay.
at Dibs. So we're on that, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff in the community, man. I mean, just high school games
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll keep everybody posted on our IG, carwreckcowboy.com,
Yeah.
but at Carwreck Cowboy IG and Facebook. So anything we're doing, we'll keep people posted
Yeah.
there.
Definitely looking forward to that Dibs event. You know, that's my birthday. So, we'll definitely be out there right now with JROC and KJ with the Carwreck Cowboy getting it in at Dibs. Make sure you come out, celebrate with me, celebrate with the team. And you heard if you heard last week's episode and you know what the deal is.
If they find you, you buy them a drink.
Find me, show me your support. I need a subscribe, a like, and a follow. And we'll definitely get a drink. A drink, one.
Just one drink.
Just one drink.
One drink.
Well,
It might be a well. And don't try to come up to me with like, I drink 1942. You don't drink
That
no
ain't happening.
1942.
You go get some Coke 44.
You
Huh?
might get some, what's that? Some Slits malt liquor
Some
up
Schlitz.
in here. Oh, man. Take you back to the 800 A-ball.
So you set up at the Shark Bar. That's in Frisco.
Frisco.
yeah, Plano, Frisco.
Once you
yeah.
cross 121, it's Plano.
Gotcha. Okay, and that's on
Sunday.
Yeah,
Super Bowl Sundays. That's
Anytime the
Cowboy
Cowboys are
days.
playing, the only game we're not doing is that first Thursday because we're just doing Sunday and Monday. So that first Thursday opening day, we're out, but everything after that, will be there live. So
Gotcha.
I'll definitely bring all my Chargers fan down for that Chargers Cowboys game. We'll be out there.
no,
in
don't
full
do that.
effect.
Y'all are not getting let in.
It's only me, bro. What you mean? It's only me for now.
And then you said high school. You're wanting to do some high school football games. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll just, we're trying to, kind of just partner with the community. Just have booths set up at different high school games, so different events like that, where we're just out, talking to the kids, helping out, bringing in stuff for the team, or whatever team we're doing that week, and just kind of coming in, maybe talking to the players and just giving them a business aspect of life outside of just playing and, kind of motivational stuff. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
just reaching out to the schools and letting them know about the brand and stuff like that.
If anyone wants to, maybe reach out to you about some events, how would they do that?
Yeah, they can. They can reach out on IG, at Carwreck Cowboy, and just inbox about events, or they can definitely just call the firm if they go to carwreckcowboy.com or call the main number 855-Cowboy-9. We can get them kind of to our event coordinator and definitely get rolling on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the Carwreck Cowboy?
Carwreck Cowboy.
Man, it's crazy because we were, I don't know if y'all know this, but prior to the Carwreck Cowboy, we were marketing under a brand that was 214 Deserve. So the numbers were like, it was just 214 Deserve or 855 Deserve. And then I kind of decided I was going to do like a more mainstream campaign and spend a lot more money. So I felt like we needed something that grabbed attention, that was a little bit more catchy. So I kind of started looking at the market, man, and I was like, what is everybody doing? And you kind of have, your people who brand is like what they do. So our competitors, I mean, their branding is, for instance, my guys at Gotti Martin and is my peoples, they were kind of branding as like a I got hit,
Oh yeah.
which pertains to like the accident. I know what you do
Yeah.
because that's what you're explaining. And then you had the other side of that where people are branding, or you got the car wreck, whoever, whatever, they're branding that way. Then you kind of got the other side of it, which is like people who are branding as, say, a person, your hammers, your strong arms, that type of thing. So I wanted to kind of come up with something where I could hit both sides of that. So like our name, you could tell from our name or whatever you want to call it, tagline, that what we do. So the car wreck is in there,
Yeah.
but I also wanted to be a person as well. So like so we hit both sides of that. And then the second side of it was just like kind of figuring out what sticks to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
I'm
don't think-
brainstorming. I'm like, what sticks to Dallas? Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, the Mavericks, this, that, whatever. I'm just thinking, and I ain't gonna lie, me and my brother are probably a couple of shots in 1942.
Yeah.
At me Casino, and so we're just sitting there brainstorming. I'm like Carwreck, and he's like Carwreck, and I think he might have said Carwreck Cowboy. I was like, or I said, I don't know who said it, but we said it, and I was like, damn, that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, fuck no. Like we can't do anything related to like Cowboys. Just not. How are we gonna pull that off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was all about it. He's like, nah, definitely, like that's it.
Yeah.
We're running with it. So for me, it was more of a thing. I was like, well, look, if we can get the content right, that it speaks to our clientele, then we can run with it. So for me, it was more of a thing. The next couple months after we came up with it, we were trying to brainstorm content, and I was like, if we can get the content right, then we'll rock with it.
Yeah.
And there you have it. And how long has it been now?
Just over 3.5 years. So the practice has been, we're about 8.5 years in with the practice, and then about 3.5 with this particular brand, it's Carwreck Cowboy brand.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Congrats on that.
Definitely.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. And I know that you do a lot for the community. Even, prior to COVID, I mean, you were every year you were doing the back to school event, and I've seen you at so many different things. Why is it so important to give back the way that you do?
I mean, it's important because there was definitely people that gave and poured into me when I was coming up that allowed for me to even be able to do what I'm doing now. So it just would be shitty, in my opinion, to not give back the same way. Because when I think back to like growing up, man, whether it was coaches or just people that came to the school or family, friends, it's just people that always gave back and kind of helped me get to where I am now. And that's primarily number one, but that's more of a selfish reason. Just people help me, so I want to help. But more so, I think in general, man, our community needs help. Like we need a lot of help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just behind in so many aspects and capacities just because of social economics. So just in general, man, I think being an African American business owner, if you don't care about bringing your people along and helping your people, kind of get from point A to point B, it's like why the fuck are you doing this anyway?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how I'm built and wired.
Yeah.
So with these events and giving back to the community, is there anything in particular that you definitely want to are you more into sewing into the kids, or is it just strictly the community itself as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, just whatever speaks to me, man, at the time. But I'm open to anything. I mean, we've done a lot for the kids. We do, the back to school drives. We do things on Thanksgiving every year with DJ Chaotic, and also partner with him on the back to school drive. We've done Christmas drives where we give away stuff to people in need. And really on the other side of it, the part that a lot of people probably don't know about is like, even though I'm a civil attorney, man, I'm very big on like the criminal justice system and gaining equality in that. And there's two sides of that, man. Like A is just going in the courthouse every day and making change or getting involved in legislation and running for office. But the other side of that too is like contributing monetarily to these, judges and people that are running for office in certain arenas. Like if we can get, so rather than me going in the criminal courthouse and, handling one case at a time, if I can get a fair, if we can help contribute to a good judges campaign that's going to be fair to our people and give them a fair chance, or at least just not be looking for a reason to lock them up.
Yeah.
If we can contribute and get the right people on the benches, I mean, that helps in a massive way. So, I mean, I look at that as community stuff, even though it's more political, but it still all kind of ties together.
Yeah, I would say that it does tie in together because, your community, those are the people who basically enforce the laws that are made through the community or, help make the legislation that affect the people that are in the community. So, that's definitely important, make sure the judges are on the right side, the people who, enforce the rules or the laws that are made, make sure they enforce them in a, an equal and fair manner for, everyone, including us as minorities and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. When you were starting up, your firm from the ground up, who were you looking towards, or who was like someone you listened to, or that was like a mentor for you, man?
That's a good question. Like one of my mentors, it's funny because he's younger than me, but he does what we do, and to me, obviously, if you know what you want to do, it's best you find a mentor who's doing that and has done it well and is successful and is not, afraid or scared to help you, and is not looking at it from like a competitive standpoint. So yeah, I mean, there's an attorney in town in Dallas actually, and he's had a successful practice for years, and he kind of just guided me in certain aspects. But honestly, for me too, it wasn't even more so. He did help me with actual information and guidance, but a lot of it for me was just seeing somebody that looked like me do what I do and do what I wanted to do and do it successfully. That gave me motivation in itself just to do it. So a lot of times, like, I don't even necessarily think it's that we have to sit up here and say something per se, but as leaders, like as people who were leaders in our community, just by obtaining a certain level of success or drive or ambition, we're gonna naturally carry along some people anyway.
Yeah.
So like I met with this cat a long time after, kind of when I was up and running, and just kind of mentioned to him like, man, you don't really know how much you really inspired me and helped me get to where I'm at. And he probably really didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it goes full circle because, I'm probably talking a lot, but I had a crazy situation happen to me this weekend. So I'm in this spot eating breakfast, and this dude kind of runs up on me, and he's like, hey, you're Sadat Montgomery, right? And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So he was like, whatever. You probably don't remember me, but years ago, I was working at AT&T, and you were telling me about such and such and such. And he was like, man, you're the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. And like, he was like, I just want to thank you because you understand. And I don't even really remember talking to this dude at all.
Yeah.
But when it's crazy because, and then he went and like paid for my breakfast, and I didn't know. My whole family's breakfast, I didn't know. And then the waitress came and was like, hey man, dude just picked up y'all's whole breakfast. I just thought it was dope because like sometimes with where I'm at right now, and you get a lot of people that are like, hey, help me with this, help me with that. And it can get overwhelming at times, and sometimes you want to kind of put up a wall and just be like, because it's a lot. But that kind of reminded me that, everything that you do is valuable, man, and it's worth it. And you never know who you're inspiring and who you're helping. And so I kind of thought about who I was for him, and it was a dude, and I'm not even talking about the same guy. This was years ago when I was in like pharmaceutical sales. The dude that kind of got me into that, and like I don't think he ever knew how much he inspired. I mean, I remember running into him like 5-8 years later and telling him the same damn thing this dude told me, and I was like, dude, you changed my life. So it's just that, man, and being willing to like put a hand out and help. That's it.
Yeah. It's not a handout. It's like a help up sometimes. It's not necessarily like you're out there giving people things, but your inspiration, you can, help people do, things that they didn't think that they were able to do. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you never know like how your impact is just by being like a good person and helping people out and things like that.
That right there, being a good person, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of, being a good person and, and being so, generous and, and all that, is it okay if, if we discuss about what you did for the, your family back at home, what we...
Oh, shit, y'all brought that. Yeah.
Oh, we did our research.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean...
So, your family's from...
Yeah, Mali. West Africa.
West Africa.
Bamako, Mali is where my mom is from, so...
And you ended up... so they didn't have running water, is that correct?
A lot of parts don't, yeah.
Yeah. And so what did you do to ensure that, you could assist the most that you could there?
Yeah, so kind of near where my mom's, and I'm not saying this to be funny, but like what they would call a house near where that is. And I have been back years ago, like as a child, but not as an adult. So what they live in, which I would say they call it the family house, but to me, I would describe it more as like the way a storage unit is set up with like concrete walls that just go around a courtyard.
Yeah.
And then maybe each room might be like what a storage unit would look like. So just cement walls, but not even like metal coming up and down. So just like a curtain.
Yeah.
And like I was walking into these different rooms and it's like, I don't know if y'all ever had those like little egg foam things you put on your bed in college.
Talking about the little pads?
The pads you put on the mattress pad or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe some people were sleeping on that. A lot of kids with no pillows. There's like 30 people in this thing that I don't even know to call it a house, but that's what they call it. So, but like no plumbing system, no running water. And then it's like 30, 40 people living in this thing. And so I knew stuff was bad when I went over there, but it was probably like 1,000 times worse in person.
Yeah.
Like hearing the stories, seeing it on TV. Not to say there's not progressive parts of Africa, because there definitely is.
Right.
But that ain't where I was at.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
not where my family is from.
Yeah.
And they're still not doing well at all. Like my mom sent me a picture the other day with like, when your animals are starving, like they look skinny, you can see their ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just mean like regular animals out, and it's just famished completely over there. So anyway, long story short, man, we ended up found this company that built like a water well near the house, and they were able to tap in the water out there, like underground, and so now they have running water in that area, and it's taking care of like hundreds and hundreds of people in that area. So it's just weird because something as simple as that, like they've been like literally going crazy over there at the idea that this happened, because they just never thought in a million years this would ever happen.
That they would have water, running water.
Just running water.
That's crazy.
Simple necessities.
Yeah, and I mean to the point, my mom was like, she was like in tears for weeks.
Yeah.
Like literally, like every day she would just be calling, like, because people were calling just crying, and she'd be crying, and it was just, that's crazy. We're talking about water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we talk about community relations, like your community relations go deep. Like it goes back to family, back home, goes out here in the local DFW area. So definitely about community and cultivating the people around.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to the future events that you've got lined up, I know you're looking to do you got the Shark Bar, you've got the one at Dibs coming up on Labor Day, the weekend of Labor Day.
Yeah.
You're wanting to get with high schools. Is there a reason why you're wanting to focus on sports? Like, did you play any sports or anything like that?
Yeah, I play.
Hey, Ebenezer! Someone just hit my car!
Oh, heck. Well, I reckon we better call the Carwreck Cowboy.
When?
Right now, sister. Right now.
Call the the Carwreck Cowboy. Wreck, the Carwreck Cowboy.
Right now, sister. Right now.
Call 855 Cowboy 9. Get the Carwreck Cowboy on the line. check us out. Carwreckcowboy.com. Click right now, don't wait too long. Hey y'all, been in a wreck? Call Attorney Sadat Montgomery, the Carwreck Cowboy, at 855-COWBOY-9. That's 855-269-2699. Or visit carwreckcowboy.com. High Def spokesperson for Montgomery Law, Principal Office, Dallas, Texas.